I see your question here about your gym hosting a lighter weight, high rep class. You like the music, you like the group activity, but would it be better to lift heavy instead? Currently doing a cut. Depending on how far in the cut you are, it might be good to do both to a certain extent. A lightweight, high rep class is going to do really good as far as calorie expenditure. If you're trying to finish up a cut, that's a good way to do it. Most of the time with my clients, I try to get them to hold off on cardio, because if you do cardio all the time, it becomes the norm. Your body expects it, it's adjusted to it, and it gets efficient at it. So that means that you're not going to be burning the same amount of calories compared to if you started walking 30 minutes a month ago and now you're still walking a 30-minute time limit at the same rate, etc. You're not going to be burning as many calories because you've adjusted to it. You've become efficient. It might have taken you 300 calories to complete that task before, whereas now it could be 150 just from being better at it, and maybe being more coordinated or just adapted in general. So I try to get my clients to use cardio later in the process, and honestly, most of the best transformations that I've ever had, as far as clients, before and after pictures that I post a lot on there, they never did any cardio. And a lot of them didn't necessarily have to drop a lot of weight to have significant shifts in body composition. So don't always believe the scale. Sometimes it does lie to you, especially if your pants are fitting differently. I have people take waist circumference and hip circumference measures to make sure we have a good idea of what's going on as far as how body fat is distributed in the body, how that's changing. And even if the scale doesn't change, if you lose 5 inches off your waist and your body weight stays up, you've had a significant shift in body composition. It's not as unlikely as you might think, depending on your background and how you're entering into that phase. So, long story short, if it's helping you burn calories towards the end of a cut, I would say go for it. But if you're going into maintenance, you might want to step back on the cardio in general, just to make sure that you're not suppressing the muscle gains that I talked about earlier with interfering with those adaptation signals.